Hey smart people! In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should do more than is required of you if you want to live an exceptional life. Surprisingly, it's not in doing the big things, but oftentimes your ultimate success will come from the little, almost insignificant things that you might easily dismiss. Do you want to achieve more than those around you? Do you dream of one day accomplishing great things? Well, the short answer is to begin doing a little more than is required or expected of you. Originally, I was going to publish this message as a short 1-minute video. I came across a story online that I thought was worth retelling. But just before filming it, I realized that I had more to tell you on this subject that I thought would make a big difference in your life. First the story, then some real-life examples of how doing just a little bit more than is required of you can help you to achieve great things. A workman was asked to paint a small boat. While painting, he noticed a little hole in the hull and quietly repaired it. The next day, the boat's owner came and gave him a huge payment. Expressing great surprise, he told the man that this was a lot more than they agreed. The man said, "It's not just for painting, but for repairing the hole." The painter said, "But it was such a small task." The man told him, "When I asked you to paint the boat, I forgot to mention the hole. After the boat dried, my kids took it out fishing when I wasn't home. They didn't know about the hole. I returned home and saw they had taken the boat. I became frantic with worry. Imagine my great relief and joy when I saw them returning. When I examined the boat, I saw that you had repaired it. You saved the lives of my children. I do not have enough money to reward you properly." In your life, do more than what's expected. Repair the leaks you find. Help others. Become the hands of God. You know, that story really got me thinking. It's the tiny things that often make the biggest difference. Here's an example everyone can relate to: boiling a kettle of water. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. At 211 degrees, you can make a nice hot cup of tea. But at 212, when the water boils, you create a brand new power. One that moved giant ships, enormous trains, and ultimately helped build nations. The difference in temperature is tiny, but the results are enormous. Lots of things in life work that way. Okay, on the job, come a bit early, stay a bit late. Who knows, maybe someone will notice your work ethic with promotions. At school, teacher assigns you a chapter. Get a head start on the next one, read a few extra pages. You know, there's already such a thing as extra credit assignments for people who are willing to do a bit more than is required. If you notice a fellow student who may be struggling a bit, help them. You know, doing that one extra push-up or squeezing out 1 or 2 more reps in your set has been a proven way to force your muscles to grow bigger and faster. Spend an extra 10 minutes practicing your instrument during each session. Hold the door for someone. Allow a person with only a few items to go ahead of you in a checkout line. Return the shopping cart to where it belongs. It's like planting seeds. No one seed means very much by itself, but it could. Think about it like this. How many tomatoes can you get from one seed? Plant a tomato seed. Get a tomato plant. Doesn't happen overnight, takes time. But every tomato from that plant will have dozens of its own seeds. When planted, you can have acres of tomato plants, each one bearing many tomatoes that each have dozens of seeds. Remember this concept when you go about your daily life. Do a little bit more than is required of you. It'll become a habit, part of who you are as a person. That is one of the greatest steps you can take to living a truly significant life. In the comments, Post an example below of how you did a little bit more than was required and any results you may have gotten. By the way, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever I release a new video. And please, help me spread the good word on your social media about what we're doing here on this channel. It's one small way you can apply the lesson in this video. Hope to have you join me on other videos here, and as always, remember that everything I teach takes just a little bit of work and effort. Always remember that the fastest way to get to the top is to get off your bottom.